Hello, and welcome to Strategy Vault. This is a remake of the first instructional that we put together to help our subscribers set up their charts. We've got some subscribers that are having some issues with understanding the charts and getting them all set up according to our algorithm. So hopefully by the end of this tutorial, you will be able to set up your charts to look like ours, or at least work like ours. And with that being said, as always, we have to inform you that you can and will lose money trading the financial markets. Per the CFTC and the SEC, we have to inform you that we are not financial advisors. Should you need financial advice, you should seek the help of a professional. Please read and understand this government disclaimer before you move forward. Okay, G members, here's what we're looking at. This is our chart. This is what's set up. As you can see, we have the SV sell, the SV buy notifications that are automatically alerted on the charts. And by the time that we're done tonight, you should be able to set this up on your own computer or phone or laptop or whatever you may be working on. That is our goal this evening and our objective. So we're going to start. Okay, what you have in front of you is a TradingView run-of-the-mill chart that comes up when you put in for a new chart. This is what you get. You have a volume profile down here. You have the candles, the regular candle settings. So let me make some adjustments here so I can show you the indicators window and stuff like that. Bear with me. Okay, just to let you know that we are going to be doing a lot of stopping and starting because I want to take a look at every screen and make sure that we are thorough in teaching you how to set up our system. Okay, so like I said, we have in front of us a plain Jane chart that on TradingView. So what you should have now. I'm going to pause this. I'm going to pull up our Slack group because the first step that you need to do will be this. Okay, so we're here in our Slack group, and as you can see, we are on the chart sign up channel. What you need to do is you need to make sure that you come in here and send us your TradingView user name. That's the first step. So the reason we need that TradingView username, we have no access to your account whatsoever. What we use that TradingView username is to give you access to our charts. So I will show you what happens in the back office in reference to giving you access to our charts and our scripts. I'm just going to minimize that really quick here. I'm going to pull up. Okay, here's what we do. Okay, so now we're in the back office, just so you can understand how all this works. So we have to go in and manage access here. These are the users that have access right now. We have to give, this is where we put in your username. So I'm just going to type up, Joe 123. See, as you can see, there's Trader Joe. These are people, users in TradingView. So as you can see, all these people, these are all their usernames. So once we have your username, we type it in there. We go, okay, I'm sorry, add access. And I'm not going to hit apply because I don't know who Joe123 is. I just want you to see how it works. Okay, so I'm going to hit cancel, and we're going to close that. If you want to take a moment here and pause your video, you can read this. This tells you about a little bit about how our system works that we're letting the public know, but there's a lot of stuff on the inside that is not viewable because we don't want people knowing our formula. But I'll show you here as you scroll down here. This is all the code behind our system. And as you can see, there's a lot of it, and a lot of time has been put into it. So this is what you will be giving access to. I know it doesn't make any sense right now, or in reference to all this code, but that's it. So we have our programmers that make modifications to this all the time, just to make the system perform better. But anyhow, let's get back to the chart. Okay, so right in front of you, you have a naked chart. Now, the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to go up here under candles, and I want you to change your candles to Heikin-Ashi. We use the Heikin-Ashi because it smooths out all the noise and the up-down action in the market, and we can better make a decision or a judgment in reference to the direction of the market. Okay, so next, when we gave you access to the program that I just previously showed you, you should be able to go up here, hit indicators. Okay, and then down here under invite only scripts. Okay, as you can see, we have other scripts that we are working on. We're always working on something, but what you want is Strategy Vault Pro. Okay, bear with me. And as you can see, I'm sorry, got sidetracked. As you can see, it loaded it right there on the screen for you. Okay, so now you have our system right in front of you, and I'm going to explain that to you. So the first thing that we want to do, actually, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to shut off the volume profile, and so you can see what's in front of you here. Okay, so now you have Strategy Vault Pro loaded, excuse me, on your chart here, and now I want you to go over here and to this little gear icon for chart properties. We're going to open that up, and what I want you to do is I want you to change the colors of the bodies of the candles. Like I said, I'm doing this right in front of you. Okay. Now, if you're not familiar with using TradingView, down here I'm just going to tell you a little bit about every screen. You can change the opacity of your candles. If you look over here, watch the green. And it didn't change for me because I'm on the wrong thing. Let's look at we'll go to the bodies. Okay, so now it didn't change. That's strange. There we go. It changed there. Then you can change. That's not changing. That's strange. That should have changed. Anyhow, you can play with it. It just changes the opacity. Okay, I see. It is changing, but it's... Okay, the reason that we change the colors is because our system works on a color system, which there'll be further training on that. So we're going to exit out of here. And I'm going to explain to you... let's go. Okay, that's it. Because what I want to do here is we're going to go ahead, we're going to open up. Now, excuse me. As you can see, we have a lot of colors in the system itself. Now, well, I didn't mean to do that. So what we're going to look at here is how our system works. Is it works partially on ranges. So as you can see, the high target for this range would be here, which you can do this. You can change this to where you can see it better on your own system. And then, as you can see, low range. That's on a 15-minute chart. Remember, we're only looking for a 10 pip movement. And there'll be more training on that later. That's in the works. But we're looking for a 10 pip movement. We make our money and we get out. Okay? But what I wanted to show you was our system works like this. As you can see, we have the high target and low target. Now, I'm going to blow this up. And I'm going to explain this to you. So, on a bullish candle, of course, it's going to be green. If it's completely green, then that's a strong candle. As you can see here, this has a dark green center and a bright green outline. It's still a bullish candle, but you can see that there was a little pullback. And then, of course, your dojis here. Now, when you get a dark green candle with red around it, that's a bearish candle. And that means that they broke the mid-range of our range, the high and the low. And then they broke it again. But it did not close down in there. Okay? As you can see, it did not close in the low range, lower half of the range. And then you got another bullish candle. See? Broke the mid-range, broke the mid-range. Did not close. The wick broke it. Now, as you can see here, we have an orange candle with a red outline. It broke the mid-range, broke the lower range, but closed in the lower range. Same with this one. This one came back up into the higher range, closed in the lower range. Now what we're looking for when we have a signal is, of course, here. This candle formed, came down, broke the lower range, closed below our previous lower range. This is a strong candle. As you can see, this is a 15-minute chart. Then we have another bearish candle here. It opened. Now, our candles are always going to open in the middle, as you can see. And the reason for that is because we use Heikin-Ashi candles, which is an average of the last 5. So, we still have a bearish candle, came down, broke the lower range, closed below the lower range. Okay, that is how you read our charts, and vice versa. So now, as you can see, we have still a bearish candle, but the wick came up, broke the midsection, and went into the higher range. But it did not close in the higher range. Once you learn how to read these charts and understand these candle colors, they're full of information. As you see, we have a bullish candle here. So that's a strong bullish candle for 15 minutes. Price came up, broke the mid-range, closed above our previous high range. Then you can see this one. This one is a bearish candle, and the reason it's bearish, it's orange. Comes down, breaks our mid-range, goes into our lower range. Did not close in the lower range. I'm sorry, it did close in the lower range, below the mid-range. But that is our color system for our candles, for our system. Okay, so now we're going to go back into settings. Right here. Going to tone those down so we can see our candles. So you can, to help you until you get used to the ranges, or by reading the colors of the candles, you can adjust these however you would prefer. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go right back into the settings in the system. We are going to turn on the daily high, which I don't understand why that is not showing. Bear with me. Okay, gym members, sorry. What I want you to do, the next thing that we're going to show you is this little feature in our program that we just added. It's got a high target and a low target, so it tells you what we're targeting and when you should and should not think about maybe closing your trade. So in order to set that up, you go right back into settings, and right under the range and the colors for the range, we have a high target and a low target. Once again, if you look over here to turn those, all you have to do is check the box and then turn it on and turn it off. Turn it on, turn it off. As you can see, the low target just disappeared. And of course, you can set the opacity on those as well. But that's a new feature that was just added to the system that is quite useful. Okay. So as you can see, in the midsection of the range, if we're in a downtrend, and we've dropped below the mid of the range, or the 50 point, whatever you want to call it, the mid-range indicator turns red. Okay, and if we back up over here and price is above the mid-range, then it turns to green. We're trying to simplify this as much as possible. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to show you on the system was the buy signals and the sell signals. You can turn those off. You can turn it on to if you're in just a downtrend and you're waiting for a pullback, you can turn that off. Or just turn on the sell signal so all you see is a sell signal. But in actual reality, you know in a downtrend, you don't want to take a buy signal, but it will also notify you of when price is turning up in order to continue that trend down, which this would be a pullback. So you would know in a downtrend or uptrend that the opposite signal is a pullback, unless, of course, that market has broken previous structure. Okay, so this is how far we are. Boy, we're already 20 minutes in this. This is going to take some time because I really want to be thorough, and I really want people to really understand how to set this system up. Okay? So the next thing that we're going to add to your charts are pivot points. And that also is programmed in our system. So once again, you open up your settings, scroll down, and you have your pivot point, support and resistance levels 1, 2, and 3. So to change, this is the default color, which is purple. We use orange. Bear with me. Okay. All right. Oh, sorry. Okay. So what we're going to do here, we were on pivot points. We changed that to orange. Now, as you can see in your settings, we have everything checked. I unchecked. I didn't want to show your range, high target, range, low target. We decided to go with the high target lines versus the cloud. Now, what you need to do is you go to your inputs, and in order to see the things like we're working on right now, such as the pivot points, we have to hit show pivot point. Okay, there's our pivot points. As you can see, your resistance 1, 2, and 3. Now, if you want to change anything now, as you can see, that kind of distorted our chart. So let me put that back. Go back into settings. Okay. So that was pivot points. Now, the next thing that we're going to add is the high and the low pivot points. Okay. You can use these, or we do like to customize ours. But these pivot points are an average of the last 10, and if they're below price, they're on the downside, of course, and that's the lower price, and of course this is the upper price for price action here. As you can see, length 10 for the high, length 10 for the low. Now, we're also going to show Do we show it? We're not showing it. Okay, so if it doesn't show, we'll go right back into here. You have to load the color as well. You have to check the box. There's your daily high over here. Daily low. We also use the daily high and daily low. So what we do, you can go in here, change your colors. We always leave daily high white, daily low red. Let's go back over to inputs. We have 3 loaded EMAs in here. We're going to show 1, 2, 3. Now, the first one is a 9. The second one is a 20. And that is a 100. So, I'm going to close this really quick. Let's see if we can. Now, as we like to ride the 9. Any of our training, if you've taken any of our previous training, you know that we like to ride the 9. If price continues to go up and close above 9, we'll stay in. Price comes down, bounces off the 9. As long as we're above the 9 EMA, we're good to go. We have a 9 EMA, a 20 EMA, and then the 100 EMA. We use the 100 EMA to tell us trend, which way the trend is going. If price, as you can see, if price, now this is a 15-minute chart. If price is below the 100 EMA, we're in a downtrend. As you can see, we wait until price comes back to the 100 EMA, downtrend, downtrend. Broke the 100 EMA, the 9 EMA, and the 20 EMA, broke the 100, and then we become uptrend. What target is it going to? As you can see, we have our target lines here. That's the upper target. This would be a lower target. And we also use the daily high, pivot points. That is not a pivot point. Sorry, just a second here. Okay, so your pivot points, support. Actually, they're just now forming here. This is on a live chart that we're setting this up. So you have support 1, 2, and 3. Actually, I have to go the other way. And then, of course, resistance 1, 2, and 3. Let's close that. So as you can see, now, this is the chart that we've been working on. And I'm going to click over. This is the chart that I used as an example in the beginning of the video. So we're getting there. Now, let's go back to this. As you can see, the pivot points are a little different. You can go in. This thing is totally customizable. Let's open that up. Settings, style. Set pivot point here. Open it up. You can go. Now, as you can see, it's a thick orange line, such as we use in the previous chart. Support 1, 2, and 3. Now, what we like to do with those is support 1, kind of a thinner bar. Support 2, we'll go a little thicker. I'll let you know that things are, if it gets down to there, that things are heating up. Actually, I'm sorry. That's a red. We go red on the support 3. That'll let you know if it gets way down there to support 3, you better be prepared to either exit the trade or take a ride in the opposite direction. Same with the resistance. Thin bar, resistance 2 is a little fatter, and then resistance 3, thick bar, red. Okay, and then you can, as you can see, there's shapes here. You can change the shape to whatever you want. See how it changes shape over here. But, like I said, that's neither here nor there. That doesn't make any difference. But, like I said, our system is totally customizable. So now, here's what we're looking at. Below the 100, we're looking for a sell. Or bouncing off the 100. You have your pivot points, your highs, lows. Excuse me. These are high and low pivot points. These are traditional pivot points. These are calculated. Let's look at the settings. I believe it's a couple days back. Day frame. Okay. So that's throughout the day. That's where the pivots have been throughout. That's where prices turned or pivoted on a day, throughout the day. So now we can close that out. And you're pretty much set up. Now in our previous video, we did use copy and paste off of previous charts and chart links. We are no longer doing that. Our charts are no longer available. We decided to go this route and just give you access to the system so you can use it anytime you want. You can make any changes on it. It is yours to customize as much as you want. Well, you are a current subscriber. If you cancel your subscription, you will be the access will be removed. I just want everybody to understand that in the past, how we shared our charts was through a link. That just didn't work out for us. It didn't work out because it just seemed that things were getting changed. I don't know if people were able to change it, but our charts, it just didn't work out. Maybe it was how many people were accessing the charts. I don't know. It just didn't work out. But anyway, this works out so much better. You can do what you want with it. You can put anything on there that you want. This is yours to use as long as you're a member of Strategy Ball. I think that's everything. As always, if you have any questions, please do not be afraid to ask. You can notify admin, and they will get somebody to take care of you and get you set up. So that'll be the end of this, and thank you and welcome aboard. We're glad you're here. We're looking to be the best out of the money service out there for Nadex. You can even use this on regular Forex. Now, Forex is totally different than Nadex. Forex, we are trading the Forex markets, but we're trading, it's a different way. These are binary options, which means that they have an expiration price, which brings up a point. So your stop loss is preset in Nadex. That's why we like Nadex. You can only lose $100. Actually, the contract price is $100, so you can only lose what you put in, what you purchase your contracts for. That's it. That's the built-in stop loss, and that's what we like. Okay. Too many times, in the previous, we did have a stop loss, but then it would come up, hit our stop, we'd be out, and then we'd, it would hit our limit. We had a limit. So it would hit our limit and it'd go out the opposite direction. Then it'd come right back up and expire full in the money. So we decided that we're just going to exercise the use of the built-in stop loss that Nadex provides us with. So if you have any questions, please contact us. One more thing I did want to tell you, that you need to have these charts set up in dark mode. If not, just a second here and I'll show you. Actually, I'll just walk you completely through it so you understand how to do this. So you have a, I don't know if can I move that? Okay. So you have a drop down menu over here. You come right down here and dark theme. So you click that. You're okay. So now this is going to change us to light theme, and the reason I'm showing you this is this. Now you see the difference in how hard our charts would be to use in light theme. This just does not work. You must use them in dark mode. You can't even see our the text for our buy and sell signals. I don't even know if you could change that. Let's take a look here. This is I'm not used to this whatsoever. Can we style? Oh, I can understand how frustrating this would be. Yeah, our system does not work. I can't even find where to change the text color. Actually, I do know where to change the text color. It would be appearance, text. Nope, that's black. Let's see. There is no ability. It should be under this setting here. Bear with me, I'm looking here. Nope. Yeah, this doesn't work. No. You must run our system in dark mode. This doesn't work, guys. There's dark mode right there. Okay, that's so much better. And see, that's the thing. Another thing, as you can see what it did to us, it went in. Nice. And changed all of our settings by going to light mode. There she is. That looks much better. Okay. So, as you can see, our system does not work. Does not work on light mode. It must be on dark mode. Okay, with that, we're coming up on 40 minutes. This has been a lot longer than the first one. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. And look forward to more trainings. We're going to do more trainings on our color codes. We're going to do more trainings on setups for sells and buys. We have so much more that we're going to be doing in the future. We've also got a lot of good things coming, different strategies, more access on the website for members only. We got a lot of good things coming. We're going to have finish out this year, good year. It's been a good year. Lately the market's been not as volatile, but I'll tell you what, coming up here in about 2 months, is for the last 20 years, October has been the most volatile month in the markets for the last 20 years. So, and our system works on volatility. All right, with that, we're done. We're out of here. Thank you all. Make sure that you understand the disclaimer. That's all I can tell you. And we are not financial advisors. Thank you for your time.